What's going on, guys? I'm finishing up in the shop today and I'm trying to put out a video maybe once a week, as good as I can, I guess. I keep kind of trying to cover all the questions you guys are leaving, which is awesome. Today's video, I'm going to be kind of explaining how I do my angled plunge lines. That's definitely the most asked question that I've been getting lately. So this is just a mess up blade, but you can see that the plunge is super even and angled. And a lot of people ask me how I achieve that. So I don't have any blades ready to grind right now, but I'm gonna at least show you guys how I do it and walk you through the steps so you guys can do it. So like, for example, this knife too, this is just my kind of shop knife. You can see it's got that really steep angled plunge. Like that. What else do I have here? Here's a mess up outdoorsman, same deal. So full flat grind, angled plunge, and then these ones obviously are not all the way flat. Doesn't matter, you can bring them up as high as you want. So what I did is I made one of these little file guides, okay? And you can buy these as well. They're about 75 bucks or something, those Bill Banky file guides, and they have carbide on them, so they don't wear out. But I decided to just make my own. And all I did was take some 1/4 inch 01 tool steel and make two little flat pieces like that, you can see. And then I drilled one a little bigger, drilled this one and tapped it. And these are, I think, 1/4 20 Allen head screws. So let's just say, let me grab something here. So say we were gonna grind this knife, okay? And it doesn't matter how angled you want that plunge to be, but you just slide this on like this. And when you're grinding it, you can set however steep you want it, okay? So I'm gonna set this one to basically where I grind these. This is my Trekker model. And these file guides that this file guide that I made, it's just like I said, it's 01 tool steel, and then I heat treated it and tempered it just like I would a knife. I made a couple and was testing them out, and I didn't temper it. I just left them as hard as I could get them right out of heat treat, and they cracked and broke. So you can see I didn't tighten this one down very much, but if you tighten it down, it actually kind of bends around the blade. See how it's got a little bend to it? So that's why you need to make sure you temper it if you make one yourself. And if you want me to go over making one of these, drop it in the comments. You can see it's very simple drill and tap, and you can make one yourselves for, well, it didn't cost me anything. I had that some 01. So that's how I do it, okay? And I just clamp this on and literally do all of my grinding with this clamped on. And since this is hardened, they don't wear out very fast. You can bump them right up against your platen, and they don't really wear out. They work great. So the problem with this style file guide is if you're grinding with a jig, you'd have to maybe be creative with how you mount the knife in the jig, because obviously it's gonna have to be at an angle like this. So I'm sure it can be done, but I don't use any jigs. So this works out for me. You approach the grinder just like this, you hold it, and it actually gives you a little something to hold on to as well as you're grinding those bevels. And a lot of what I do are full flat grinds like this, just because I like the way they look and perform on, like, this is my Scout model, and I really like the looks of it. But you can bring the bevels up as high as you want. You can see this one's not all the way full flat. I do a lot that are maybe only halfway up, and you can do the same thing with this file guide, and you can set it however you want. Obviously most bevels are kind of up and over. I just like mine at an angle, and then I match the handle to that angle. So I think that kind of covers it. Today's video will be kind of short and sweet. I'm not going to show it on the grinder. It kind of, if you guys don't really get it, I guess drop a comment. Maybe I didn't explain it well enough, but like I said, I set this up, tighten it down really good. Start with your 36 grit belt or whatever you do and work all the way up through the belts until you're ready to hand sand it. Then you pull it off. And like I said, if you make this, you could probably make it out of 1095, whatever steel you guys use to make knives. Having it thicker though, this is 1/4 inch thick pieces, seems to work pretty well. And you want it small enough, compact enough, just make it like this. This one is it's about 4 inches long and a little less than a 1/2 inch wide, and then it's 1/4 inch steel. So that should probably cover that. Hopefully you learned something from this video. If you want me to cover something differently, or if I didn't explain it well enough, drop a comment, and then also drop a comment below with what you want me to cover in next week's video. I've got a few ideas lined up, but I'd love to answer some questions and help out if I can. So thanks for watching. Hope I helped you guys out a little bit, and have a good one.